we're going to demonstrate grinding circuitry board with the 6775 small freezer mill, which is one of 3 cryogenic mills that Spex has to offer. The 6875 large model and also the 6875 large dual models. The Spex freezer mills can practically grind almost any sample type, from bone to plastics, fabrics, textiles, to hair, seeds, and also tissue samples. The vial types that we offer for the 6875 is the all steel vial, which is made of stainless steel. The all polycarbonate vial, which is used in cases where metal analysis or trace metals may impact the sample analysis. Our standard vial, which has a stainless steel end plug, a stainless steel impactor, and a polycarbonate center cylinder. Since we are analyzing for Ross weight, which one of the trace elements to analyze is chrome 6, we also offer a chromium-free vial where the end plug is inscribed with the line that indicates that this particular still is chromium-free. Other vial types include micro vials, which is mainly used for biological samples or plant material, but in some cases it can grind tougher samples. The large vial, which is used for the large freezer mill. We have a medium vial, which is also used for the large freezer mill. And the large freezer mill can actually run any of the smaller vials by using an adapter to fit inside the grinding chamber. When loading a sample like circuitry board, the sample must be cut into smaller pieces, approximately 1/4 inch in size. This will enable the impactor to move back and forth against the end plugs to crush the sample. To open the lid, we grab the latch, unhook, and release. The sample is chilled inside a bath of liquid nitrogen that embrittles the sample and allows the end plug to crush it or pulverize it to a powder. At this point, I would like to mention that since liquid nitrogen is not considered a hazardous material, but proper personal protection equipment should be worn, such as cryogenic gloves, glasses, or a face shield, lab coat to protect the skin of the user. To load a sample, we want to place our cryogenic gloves on. We simply take the vial, we place it inside the grinding chamber, which contains the electromagnetic coils that drive the impactor back and forth. We simply close the lid slowly to avoid any splashing of liquid nitrogen. Hook and latch. From this point on, we can set the program through a touchscreen, which allows the user to set the pre-cool, which is a time designated to chill the sample down to cryogenic temperatures. From this point, we can program the runtime, which enables the impactor to move back and forth to crush the sample, the number of cycles to basically include multiple run times, and a cool time, which is a time in between the cycles where the impactor is motionless, and the rate, which controls the speed of the impactor. From this point, protocols can be stored or recalled. After the program is set, we simply press run. With respect to time, we're not actually going to run the sample because it takes time for the sample to pre-cool, 10 minutes at least for the pre-cool, and multiple run times at 2 minutes, since the circuitry board is very difficult to grind. I prepared a before and after sample to show you what the results will look like if we were to actually run the sample. So when removing the sample from the freezer mill, we want to place our cryogenic gloves back on. So it can be a little difficult. We want to unlatch the lid, raise it up, and we'll remove the sample as such. We place the sample inside the lever extractor. Press it open. Next, what we want to do is remove the impactor with the magnetic pin. And here I'll show you what the after results look like. So as we can see, the sample was completely pulverized to a powder form. And at this point, the sample could be analyzed through acid dissolution, either by ICP method, or either atomic absorption, or either GC. Some other samples that I prepared for the before and after samples, just to show you the versatility and the results that the freezer mill is capable of. Here we have plastics, where you can see that the plastic was basically turned into a powder form. Another plastic sample here, where the plastic has been impregnated with a pigment. This particular plastic is used for bottle tops or things similar. We have Textiles Fabric, where you can see the sample has been turned into a powder form. We also have Carpet, where you can see the carpet sample has been turned into a powder form. This particular technique is used mainly for forensics, but it also can be used to analyze any type of hazardous materials that may be in the carpet. And another form is actually hair, where you see the freezer mill can grind up hair to a powder form, where the powder can be analyzed for forensics, DNA, RNA extractions. So this concludes the demonstration of the Spex 6775 freezer mill, showing that it's capable of grinding almost any sample, including circuitry board.